Don't worry about if my whiteboard is dirty.
Girl, you need a new whiteboard.
Y'all need to do a GoFundMe.
Because it's time. Hey, y'all. Happy Sunday. We can see. I think we can see really good.
Come on, Mylene.
Always. Never fails. Hey, Robin S. Hey, everyone. So, Delonda Patrice, what's up today?
I just got home.
Well,
Huh?
Luckily, we're discussing troubleshooting. It's not going to be anything, adventurous today.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the Jana. So.
Yes. Okay, Puff. Hey, stop. Get down and stop.
MC, you know my favorite situations, girl. It's a 2-day process. I'm not going until Tuesday, so. Kristen, I always do something. Like, even when I don't do anything, I do something. All the time.
The demerit list might have to be laser engraved.
Oh, just a mess. I don't know.
H. Francis 1012. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Zelda. Hi to everyone. Hey, NJ and Jesse and DB and anybody who's not on the demerit list. Mylene, Mary, Tanya, Candy.
Who's on the demerit list?
You and Kristen. Diane, Porgy, Priscilla.
Well, at least I got good company. On the demerit list.
Robin. Creative Notions, Beverly. Stop. Okay. I forgot to hey everyone. How are y'all doing? Hopefully you're doing great. What's my name? Delonda. Girl, learn your name. Okay, because you obviously do not know it. Hi to everyone. Hopefully y'all are having a great Sunday.
Yes.
And Patrice, do you have a specific list that you want to go from, or do you want to talk in generalities?
I mean, we can talk in general.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily have a list. If anybody has any questions as far as their machines, maybe we can assist in that area as far as troubleshooting. So for those of you who are new, this is So Good. Delonda and I host So Good every weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, over here on Crafting with Delonda or on my channel, Craftable Things. And generally we'll do a project with our embroidery machines. We use the Racoma Marquis 2001 embroidery machine. It is a multi-needle machine, and that just means it has 20 needles. Okay. Some embroidery machines are single needles. Those are the ones with one. And 20 needle machines, multi-needle, just means that we can stitch continuously without having to worry about changing colors. Okay, so the machine will automatically keep going. And so sometimes we have lives where we just discuss the machines and troubleshooting and just general embroidery things that people may need to know. So today's one of those days and we're going to be talking about troubleshooting. So if you have any concerns with your machines, whether it's a multi-needle or single needle, please let us know. Because for the most part, whether you have a single needle or multi-needle, the problems are basically the same in most cases and ways to fix them. So Mylene wants to know how often we oil our machines. I oil my machine at least once per week in the main areas, as far as like the bobbin area, the pressure feet area, That's pretty much where I oil. And then in the back of my machine, now every machine is different. So if you don't have a Racoma, if you have another type of embroidery machine, you may want to make sure you follow those rules and look at where they suggest, because they should tell you where to oil the machines. On our machines, we have like a little sticker that kind of gives us an idea of where we should be oiling. And then we also went through training, and it tells us, once a week, this is what you do. Every 6 months, this is what, this is where you oil, or you use the lubricating oil. What is that oil called? I forgot. It's not called lubricating oil.
It's just oily oil.
Petroleum oil. It's the thicker lithium
oil.
Lithium grease, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
That's, and you do that in certain areas. So that's how we, but I once a week. And if I've been using it often, like if I've used it a lot, then I'm going to oil, every 2 or 3 days. It does matter.
It absolutely matters. So I do kind of have a list of things that I want to talk about, and then I guess we can answer questions as we go.
Let's go.
And the reason why I have a list is because I'm still learning. And so if y'all have been on this embroidery journey with me since I first started embroidery, I'm just learning. There are so many things I don't know. There are more things that I don't know than things that I actually do know. Okay, and I'm not ashamed of that or embarrassed or anything, because I said I was going to take you along on this learning process. I said I was going to do that, and I'm not trying to keep any secrets about anything. Like, if I learn something, I want you to know it, even if it's small. So some of you who were with us here last week, you saw that I didn't embroider anything. I didn't stitch. I didn't do anything because my machine was down, and I had been on the phone with Racoma for a very long time. That conversation actually carried on to the next day, and I'm grateful. I'm super grateful that they were willing to take the time to help me and make sure everything was back to normal. But the root, as far as I know, the root cause of my problem with my machine started with Bobbin. It started with that whole Bobbin case. And so let me show you what happened. And I also have to correct myself, because I said that the instructions for taking out that little piece was not on there, but it's actually in the box. So readers are leaders, and I'm not a leader. Okay, so let me go get the little box and show you what I'm talking about.
Brandy, Michelle, no, you can't. There needs to be a white. If you're talking about the sublimation DTF hack, because I don't know if any company like sell the sublimation DTF transfer, but if you're talking about the hack, even with clear HTV, it won't. No, you'll need like the white HTV for it.
Okay, so these are the bobbins that I purchased. I always get this kind. I like magnetic bobbins. This is the kind I like. And when you're using magnetic bobbins, and if you change out your bobbin case, because you should change out the bobbin case. I don't know how often, but you should change it out. So I got ready to change mine out. And when I put the new bobbin case in, when you open it, you'll see there's a little magnetic piece. Yeah. There's a little magnetic piece in here that you really don't need when you're using magnetic bobbins. So I saw people saying, "Oh, I knew that," or I knew that. And that's great. That's great that you knew that. You are an expert, and you are great, and you are all the things, but I didn't. Okay. So right here, It says, let me see what it
Are you
says.
talking about me when I said I knew that?
No, there were a lot of people saying they knew that, and that's good. I mean, and y'all have been doing embroidery for years, so you should know. Okay. So here, right here, where it says for optimum performance, remove the anti-backsplash spring and insert the magnet down into the bobbin case. I never even paid attention to that. I never paid attention to that. So when I got ready to replace the bobbin case, I just put the bobbin in the case, and I didn't take this little thing out. Let me show you the little thing I'm talking about. It wasn't you. It was a lot of people.
I didn't say it. You asked me after if I knew. I didn't say it.
No, there were a lot of people who said, I knew that. I knew. That's good. That's great. This right here.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need this if you're using magnetic bobbins. Well, when I changed out the bobbin case, this was still in there. And so I started getting bird's nest, like it was bad. There was such a big bird's nest. There actually could have been a bird. Okay. That bird's nest was big enough for a literal bird. It was big. It was huge. And I didn't know what was going on. My machine started making noises I didn't even know it could make. Like, where did that noise come from? It was like humming, and it was a mess. It was a complete mess, and I still couldn't tie it. Evelyn, I don't know. I never tied it back to this because I didn't even know what this was. I don't even know what is the purpose of this. Does anyone know the purpose of this?
I don't know. Maybe for the non-magnetic ones.
To do what?
I don't know. I know the actual purpose of it.
It says for optimum performance, remove the anti-backlash spring. Anti-backlash spring. I don't know. So I didn't know that, right? So I started having a lot of problems. And then I was like, okay, well, the only thing I changed was the bobbin case. So let me just put my old bobbin case back in. So I took the new one out, put the old one back in. But honestly, the damage was already done, because when I did that, not only did I get a lot of, Mylene, you do need it you keep it in there if you're not using magnetic bobbin.
Okay, Rachel said it's like a spring to help hold the plastic bobbin in place while stitching because of the high vibration.
See, that's something I wouldn't have known. Okay, so there's Rachel's answer right here, right there. Okay, so the damage was already done, because not only was my bobbin, it just the old one wasn't really working properly, because it really needed to be replaced. My bobbin case still needed to be replaced. The blade that cuts the bobbin and the thread stopped cutting because it was off. It was not aligned anymore. And what else had I done? There was so much thread that was like stuck back there in the bobbin, where the bobbin goes in the embroidery arm. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? There was just a lot of drama that I didn't know. So, Ernique, that's a good question. So some of you remember that the Racoma Tech came out to my house in October of last year. So was that 8 months, 10 months? How many months ago? 8 months? Like 8 months, Patrice? 8 months. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. 8 months ago, the Racoma Tech came out, and when he came out here, he spent a whole day just working on my machine, and he changed the bobbin case. But he never said, oh, in 6 months, change it again. He never said. So I still don't know, like, when is the ideal time to change it. But I will tell you that I learned that, let me show you something that I learned. And Patrice, you can chime in anytime, because there's so much I don't know, y'all. I'm just being honest with y'all. Okay.
Oh, good.
Okay. So this is a brand new bobbin case, right? And if I had, how often do you change yours?
When it breaks.
Just when it breaks? Okay,
I
so
really change it. I rarely change it out. Only one time that I have to adjust the tension on it, like, but when it breaks.
when it breaks, okay. So right here, this is a brand new one, right? And here's my magnetic bobbin, right? So if I put this magnetic bobbin in here and I go to, you know, actually thread the bobbin case. Now, you know, wrap it around. When you thread it through there like that, if your bobbin case actually starts to fall like a yo-yo, it's too loose. It shouldn't fall. And my old one did fall because there's a little screw right here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. See right there?
Mm-hmm.
You can adjust that to tighten it up. Brandy, we're really doing embroidery today. We're really talking about embroidery today. See that little, I don't know if y'all, can you see it good?
Mm-hmm. You can see it.
Okay, so I didn't even know that. So I learned that it shouldn't be loose. It shouldn't just fall down. And I learned that you can tighten it up by tightening up this little screw right here. This little screw right there. That's what I learned in the midst of my debacle. I think what's her name? Kristen answered that question.
Mm-hmm. Half turns.
But then you really do need a small little screwdriver to get in there because it's so tiny.
Mm-hmm. A small little flathead.
And so in terms of oiling, the tech at Racoma said oil the bobbin, wherever the bobbin goes in right there, every 4 hours.
Mm.
Eyeglasses screwdriver. Yeah.
Yeah, the little jewelry screw set.
So Patrice D. Smith said, would that apply to a single needle machine as well? I would say yes. I don't know.
Well, the single needle machines work a little bit differently. The bobbin case is actually inside of the machine. It's not like how we have to place we have the actual bobbin case and we put the bobbin inside of the case and put it in the machine. The actual case is inside. So you just need to make sure that that area is clear and clean at all times. And as far as oiling single needle machines, you got to read your manual to make sure that you should be oiling it and how to oil it and how often. Like I would always refer you back to what the manufacturer says. Yeah.
So Jesse says, I normally oil bobbin every two bobbins. Oh, okay. So, but I won't, Jesse, I know I won't remember that.
So every time the bobbin runs out, you oil.
Every time it runs out twice.
That makes sense.
But also, I don't let my bobbins run out because every time I start on something new, I get a new bobbin. That's why I have a box of unfinished bobbins.
Do you ever feel like you want to like finish those bobbins off?
No.
I do. Like I'll put the ones in out and I'll just keep Every time it stops, I'll just go back and change it so that I could get rid of those. I don't like having like half done bobbins.
Let me tell you why. Because especially with hats, I feel like if you take that hat off, it's hard to get it back in the exact right spot. So I don't want to take, if it's a shirt, I don't mind, living on the edge. But that like with a hat, if I'm starting a new hat, I'm getting a new bobbin.
Thank you, Kristen. Kristen said needle change recommendations are after every 3 full bobbins, or approximately every 8 to 10 hours of use.
Okay. We'll talk about needles next.
We can. Let's.
You want me to go first? Or I've already been talking.
You have a list of things to go off of.
Yeah, but I want to learn from my teacher.
So
don't make me change my shirt. Patrice is my teacher.
Don't change your shirt. So as far as needles are concerned, depending on what you're stitching, you want to make sure you have the right size needle. So there's several different sizes of needles that you could use depending on what you're going to be stitching. For our embroidery machines, one thing that I find that is super duper important that could really just like mess up your whole life as far as embroidery is concerned is if you place the needle into the machine incorrectly. So you have to place the needle in the machine as you're instructed to do, because if not, that could cause all types of other issues. And it seems so small, the needle's so small, so you'll be looking everywhere else to see what the problem is, and the problem could possibly be the needle. So when you put the needle in, who has the magnifying glass? I think Marilyn went and got a magnifying glass, some glasses so that she could see better. That is actually a smart thing, because you can easily put the needle in where it's not, the eye isn't centered where it's supposed to be, or it could be facing the back where it shouldn't be, because there has to be a little like a indentation. Putting your needle in correctly is always important. And if you know that you've recently changed that needle, go to that needle or that presser foot and just look and make sure that it's in there correctly. That's what I find important.
My machine uses an L type bobbin also. So with needles, I can only tell y'all things that I've learned. It's Field-Tech Magnetic, Evelyn. Everything that I use is linked below. I learned when I first started doing hats, when we were doing hats the very first time a few months ago, that I was using the wrong needles. The needles that I was using were not strong enough for the structured hats. So the 7511s that came with the machine, that's all I had. And when I started breaking needles, and that was a part of the reason why Racoma came out. They said I needed to be using 8012. So I use all the same brand of needles. The what's gross something. Let me show you. Ooh.
I'm saying, what is it? Not Gross Tech. I forgot what the name of the needles are.
Gross Becker. And I just ordered some more today because what's the name? Mighty Hoops. I'm telling y'all, if y'all are not following Mighty Hoops Hoop Master on Instagram, you really, really should. I learn something every time I watch one of their reels. They're like really, really, really good, super good. So these are the needles that came with the machine. Grows. I'm gonna make myself BQ for 1 second. These are the ones. This is the size 7511. So you can use these for most of your standard, your shirts, your sweatshirts, your regular standard stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
These also came with the machine. I'm assuming these are for like smaller letters, fine print.
Yeah.
I bought these after we started doing hats. And I don't even know if this is the right thing to do, but I'm just telling you the truth. What I do, I have been using these pretty much with everything because I haven't really embroidered anything with fine print. And I've been in my hat era so much that I've been using these a lot. But today, just today, after watching one of the reels from Mighty Hoops Hoop Master, they were doing embroidery on a leather, it might have been pleather, like, faux leather pouch. And she used a 9014 because she said she needed something stronger. I was like, 9014, I don't have that. So I went and ordered that one. So same brand, all the same brand, just a different size.
Jesse, I know Madeira had needle ease. I don't know if they still have it. But
It's sold out. It's sold. Well, you know what? All Stitch had it sold out. Go on, say hi to the people.
Be sold out. Hey, Milo. I'll check Amazon. But I mean, 1 minute you want to say hi, and the next minute you don't. Which one is it, Milo? Which one?
He admitted that he was faking the other night.
When did he admit this?
Earlier today.
What did he say? He was being a faker?
I said, show your teeth if you were faking the other night. He was like, this. And I was like, I knew it.
Yeah. Jits has a machine needle inserter, but I don't know if that's good for embroidery.
Patrice, I lost my my needle, my magnet positioner, whatever. I lost it, and so I had to order it again.
Oh no!
You know what? I think it's somewhere near my machine, or like probably under it, because it's magnetic.
Yeah,
but I can't find it. He just had it, Kristen.
Let's see. Yeah, y'all don't have to do. Yeah. It must be on back order everywhere.
Oh, it's not there?
It's on back order. I just checked Madeira. It's on back order on Madeira.
I did a on the All Stitch website, I did the notify me
when it's available.
Yeah. I think they dropped the price. Well, I thought it was 90 something, but I saw it was like 70 something.
I just found one, but they're selling it for $107. Let me check. Let me log into Madeira and see.
Can I make you bigger, or come right back? I gotta go check on the
phone. Go ahead.
You want to be bigger, or stay like that?
It's fine like this.
You need people to see your puff bigger.
No, they don't need to see my bad hair.
Your puff bigger. Puff bigger.
You are a hot mess. Hot mess. Y'all don't.
You want to see your puff bigger?
They don't want to see it.
Puff bigger.
I cannot. But hey, everyone, if you guys have any questions about anything, please let us know. And we'll talk about it if we know anything. I'm just checking to see how much that needle ease is on Madeira. I found it on this other website, embroiderydesigns.com. But they want $107. They do say that it's in stock right now. There's a lifetime guarantee, whatever. So let me just check and see what Madeira says. Let's see how much it will be. Yeah. Priscilla, do you think single needle machines use the same type? I don't even know. Same type of what, Priscilla? I don't know. From Jesse, I do too. Like that little hump in the back, or the part where it indents, like the curve. And then to have to try to do it with your finger and to make sure, like, it's just a lot. It's a lot. Thank you, Mary Brown. Thank you so much. I gotta go get my hair done Tuesday, and then my friend came by yesterday and she took my hair out for me, and because I can't take my hair out, I could barely even wash my own hair. So, so on Madeira, it is the needle ease is $71.25. Well, that's if you have, with Madeira, you have to have a resale license in order to be able to get these rates. So that's another thing on Madeira. So you'll have to put in your, I think you have to put in your tax ID or sales ID or something like that. You have to put in. So don't quote me on that price. Let me see. Delonda said she saw it on All Stitch and she had the notification in. So let me see if, wait, but did it let me get it? Let me see. Let me go to my cart and see if it's on. Let me go to my cart and see if it's on my inside, and what it'll tell me. Yep, it's currently unavailable. It'll be placed on back order. So if you purchase it, it will be placed on back order. So at Embroidery Designs, it is $107. Let me check All Stitch. All Stitch. Let's see. Yes, I think it'll be good to see. Thanks, Eileen. I find the design of this on here. Susan, I don't know if I put this on my website or not. I might not have. I don't know yet. Let me check and see. I don't remember putting it there, but I might have. Needle ease. So for other troubleshooting things, y'all know, like, one of the biggest things is the tension. And so with a multi-needle machine and or with a single needle machine, your thread path is super duper important. This goes for anybody who knows anything about sewing and that sort of thing. Like, that is one of the most important parts of embroidery, is making sure that the thread path is correct, because then again, I'm telling you guys will start having problems and you'll spend hours and hours on trying to figure out what that problem is, only to realize that there's a piece of thread cut under this that's caught underneath one of the spools on your machine, which is causing this thread break. Or you might have forgotten a little slot on the machine to place the thread through, and it looks fine when you just look at it, but your machine needs proper placement, like proper thread paths. So that could cause major issues as well. There are several times where I'm trying to figure out what's wrong, and it's simply because I don't have it correctly. So I don't even see the ease on here on the. I was looking to see if I saw the needle ease. Let me just see needle changing tool. See if that comes up. No, I see. So All Stitch has the Madeira precision screwdriver set, but I don't see the needle. Oh, I don't see the needle ease on here. I was looking for the needle ease on. They must have taken it off of All Stitch because I don't even see it right now.
Tex Mac Direct has it for $65. I think I need to go over to bring the camera over to the embroidery machine, so
you can look,
kind of talk about, yeah.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
What are y'all talking about?
So, I was talking about thread paths. So now you can kind of show when you go over to the machine we'll be kind of be able to see how important the thread path is and following that path, because you may get errors on your machine, and it could simply be because of something super duper small. Like even if you like skip one step and you're like, oh, that's going to be fine, because you don't want to go back and redo the whole thing, it matters.
Yes. But can I go back to bobbin right quick?
Of course.
I'm on my bobbin tangent.
Go ahead.
Don't
Bob.
walk by. I think I still have the old one. I want to show it.
Okay.
I hope this is the right one. I think I was traumatized by that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm almost positive this is my old one, but let me just double check. Patrice, do you always use magnetic bobbin?
No.
Okay.
Sometimes I actually prefer, like, I like the magnetic bobbins, it's fine, but I generally use like the paperback bobbins, but that's like wasting paper. And you know, considering like magnetic is probably a better option for the
I think I threw it away. Let me look one more time. Hold on. You know what, Patrice? I took all of my screws off and I didn't put them back because I'm just like, I'm gonna have to put them back and I'm gonna have to take them off again. Might as well keep them on.
For what, on your machine?
Yeah.
Eventually you're gonna want to put them back on.
Patrice, don't worry about it.
You are. That happened to me with the EM1010. I took that thing all apart. I was all inside that machine, and then I was like, I'm never screwing this back on. And then one day I was like, just close it on up and secure it.
Patrice.
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
Jesse said he's never used the magnetic bobbins. No, Jesse. I don't want mom didn't bobbin.
All right, I'm gonna move the camera over here so we can talk about this stuff over here.
Okay.
Let me see the best way to do this. Oh Lord.
Okay, I see the is for 65 over here.
Do you ever use a 65-9 needle?
Yeah, when I have like super small text.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Generally, that's when I'll pull it out, is when they're super, like I have text that's super small. I didn't want that.
Where is this right here?
Another time that I would use it, but that's about it.
All right, I'm gonna turn my camera off for 1 second. I'm gonna make you biggie. Okay. So they can see your puff bigger.
I want to see my puff bigger.
They want to see your puff biggie.
Puff bigger.
Sharon Davenport says she uses reverse locking tweezers that hold the needle. Oh, reverse locking tweezers.
It grips it good, must be, because I can't hold the. It's just hard for me to do it. Do I make it happen? Yeah, but sometimes that center is not really in the center. Sometimes it's on the side, and that's not what you want, because then you'll get thread breaks, and you'll be trying to figure out why is this happening to you.
What's your opinion about different color bobbins?
Oh no, I'm just gonna write out one with the white. Now, some people, depending on certain like embroidery machines, sewing machines, and that sort of thing, if I'm using my single needle machine, I might switch up the color. The thing is that when you use your bobbin as you're stitching out with, you can avoid seeing the tension.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the same. But when you have a design that uses multiple colors, you know, and you're trying to go back and forth with changing the bobbin and stuff like that, I just prefer to stick with the white.
Mm-hmm.
But if you haven't mastered down your tension, then you want to use the same color bobbin as you use your thread.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm trying to find the best way to do this so y'all can see.
Jesse said he's just one of those people that say if it's not broken, don't fix it. If it's not broken. Kind of agree with you, Jesse. Kind of agree with you. Anybody else had any other questions or concerns or that? I do see this needle ease on this site that Kristen said Tex Max, and it's $65.
It's in the United States.
I'm going to check right now. I'm going to check. Let me see. Contact us.
Oh, I hope this is a good view when I turn this on. Let me see.
It looks like they may be in North Carolina.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Can you see the view? Can you see the view?
No, can't see it. Can't see nothing except my puff. That's it.
You looking at the bottom of the screen?
Yeah, you know when you're in the show, like I can't see backstage.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm gonna turn it on and let's see. Let's see. Shoot.
She's coming, guys.
I want to make sure they can see. Let's see. Is that good?
We're up close and personal.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that too close?
No. How are we going to be able to see if it's not that close?
Okay.
It has to be that close.
Okay. So right now I have the hat hoop on there, and I don't have the. I know y'all can't see, but there's this metal piece actually is supposed to be on here like this. I just took it off because I just got tired of taking it off when I was working with the Racoma Tex. But I wanted y'all to see like the bobbin case and like where I oil it, when I'm doing embroidery, if I'm doing embroidery for a long, hours. So here's my bobbin. Patrice, if I'm talking too much, tell me.
You're not talking too much.
I feel like I'm saying a lot. Oh my God.
You're showing us something. It's fine. No worries.
Ease up on the vowels at the end. It's fine. You show me something.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't see the chat.
Nobody has said anything.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Evelyn. Okay. So this is my hat hoop is on. I'm not taking it off because if you already know. But when I'm doing embroidery, if I'm embroidering for hours, first of all, before I even start, I'm going to add oil in here. Now, a couple of weeks ago, Patrice and I started using this little oil pen, and this thing has been just like one of the best things since sliced bread. This oil pen right here, because the tip of it is so thin, and it makes it easier to get in there, right? So before I even start, I'll take my little pen, and I'll add like some right there and some right there. You don't need too much. And if I'm embroidering for a long time, after I'll do 4 hours. Now, some of y'all do 2 bobbins, whatever. I told you I never really finish a bobbin because I'm always afraid of finishing a bobbin. Okay. So, I'll do that. And then I'll, change my bobbin or definitely check the bobbin. You can see this is after, I think I did maybe 2 hats with this one right here, but, I'm double checking my bobbin, making sure, it's wrapped around really good. And then I'll get in there. But the other day, last week, when I was having all the problems with my machine, all of this stuff had to be removed. I had to remove this top plate right here. And if y'all were here with us last weekend, we talked about the importance of this little thing right here. this little set, because you need tools in order to remove the screws that are up here, and only certain tools work. Now I didn't loosen, I didn't tighten mine back up, so I might still be able to take it off if I want to. I tried not to tighten it up, even though the Ricoma guy was like, Delonda, I'm gonna need you to tighten it up. I was like, okay. But anyway, so you need the little ratchet thing. You need this in order to take the screws off up there. Because once I took this off, I could see that I had a whole bunch of thread that was stuck behind here. I'm telling you, there could have been 2 canaries back there. They would have still been alive. They would have been fine. They would have been warm and fluffy. Okay. They would have been perfectly fine. Okay. But not only did I have to, oh gosh, Patrice, I'm gonna shut up. I feel like
Delonda, you're talking about what it takes to maintain these machines. It's fine. You're not talking too much.
Okay. Tell me if you want to chime in. I don't want to just be like taking over the whole thing. Okay. I can't see the chat. Okay.
Like, what in the world is going on?
It was, Nicole, 2 canaries. Okay, let me see. Please continue to tell me about. Okay, Evelyn, you want to know? Okay, so back, I really don't want to take my hat hoop off, but you know that there's a plate, a metal plate up here at the top. There's this right here, but then there's a metal plate right here. Under this metal plate right here, there's the blade for when you want to cut the thread or cut the bobbin or trim. Like if you want to trim it off in the middle of a project, there's a blade back there. Well, last weekend when I was having all those problems, because of all the thread and everything that happened behind here, the trimmer was off. And so whenever I was embroidering something, I had to cut it myself. So if there were 13 trims, I had to have a pair of scissors right here and trim it every time. And you know, that's not supposed to happen. So I had to remove this plate. And I don't know, let me move the camera over a little bit so y'all can see, because I still haven't put the other things back. I still haven't put my machine back together. You can actually like see behind there. See back there? That's normally covered up. I took the metal plate off back there because what I had to do, move my low, and they walked me through it. They really did help me. I don't know how much y'all can see, but back there, see where my hand is? Can y'all see my hand? Okay, because I can't see what you see right now, but back here, these had to be adjusted to help with the trimmer being put back in the right place. So watch what happens when I press trim or cut, right? I don't have anything in there right now, right? No bobbin, no nothing is in there. Let's go to cut. Okay, so did you see that spin? Y'all saw how that it did a full spin in there. Mm-hmm. And then you saw a blade trim what would have been thread, even though there's no thread right there. Mm-hmm. Mine, nothing happened with mine. So when Ricoma was on the phone, on the video with me, I had to have my camera positioned just like this so they could see if the trimmer was coming out and doing what it was supposed to do. Mine wasn't. So I had to make adjustments, and I'm not going to lie. I was afraid. I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh, like y'all just send somebody because I don't know how to do this. And I shouldn't have to know how to do this. I started getting mad, blah, 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 blah. Right. And they were like, you can do it. You can do it. Delonda, they just kept telling me I could do it. And I was like, I just send somebody. So watch again, watch right here. What happens as this spins, because this needs to be able to spin. It needs to be oiled regularly. Because if you don't oil it and it needs to spin, it's not going to spin. It's not going to work up to its full potential. Mm-hmm. Okay, so watch. When I press the cut, I'm just pressing cut on my screen. Okay. Hey, Angel B. It's very intimidating, but once I took that plate off back there, this plate right here, I was like, I ain't scared of this machine. I'm not scared of it anymore. This whole plate back here, this whole thing was back there, and I had to remove it, and I'm not afraid of it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's almost like on the Wizard of Oz. They pull the curtain back, and it's just like a man
Mm-hmm.
with a microphone. That's what that is. It's a man with a microphone. I'm not afraid of it anymore.
And you shouldn't be. Absolutely should not be.
It's just heavy equipment, and it's intimidating because you don't know.
Yep. Like all that works, that would like that could just give you so much drama, but it's you know, conquer your fear, and Delonda's conquering her fear. Another thing with that bobbin area is that sometimes the timing could be off, and then you have to take it because y'all see how that hook goes down to trim, and then the bobbin is turning a certain way. Like all of that works together.
Yep.
All of that literally works together, even with your main axis being 100. And occasionally, you may have to go in there and take that apart on the inside of it too.
Mm-hmm. Get down, stop.
It may throw it off. So that's why it's good to keep it clean underneath, like all the thread that gets left in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Could cause you problems too.
I'm gonna raise this up a little bit.
Okay.
So right here, this is where like the needle rack, right? Not is this what it's called? I don't know what it's called. It might be called something else, but I'm gonna call it the needle rack. See if I can lock it. Hold on. Don't worry about my headphones. I have 3 pairs just in case one goes out, okay? Because if I'm not on, I have my headphones on. All right, so back here, right? This is where all the needles are. So if I take this off, you know, this is a 20 needle machine. So this is number 1, and it goes all the way in order to number 20. And you were asking about oiling. When I oil mine, I'm still using this oil pen. This has been, I'm telling you, this has been the best thing for me because it's giving me the oil, but not too much that I'm like, oh, you know, like I just feel like I want to fry some fish. Okay, this is not even enough. Okay, so when I get ready to oil this, I remove that plate and I use my little oil pen, and I just, you know, I put some down here at the bottom. So like, just like this. And I just do it. I only do this once a week.
Are you?
Hmm?
I usually start at the top of it, so that way
it, at the bottom. Go ahead.
So that when it goes down, yeah, and it'll just go. That's why I usually start at the top.
Mm-hmm.
To do like a little drop, and then, but it doesn't take much, just a little drop.
Because this oil is thick. It's not like, it's not really thin.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't see what they're saying. Any questions so far?
He says you have to keep it clean and make sure you get all those broken needle pieces. Yes. I just think every cut of that bobbin thread will produce lint. Anybody have any major questions? So that oil, that's what keeps the presser foot, you know, going up and down as it should.
So think it's going to be going super fast when it starts, you know, the process.
Yep. So it goes up and down, up and down.
I'm gonna move up a little bit. Any questions about anything about this?
Nope. Everybody.
Do we need to? You want to say something? I feel like okay, so what?
Oh, you're fine. I think it's good. The thing is that if somebody's interested in getting one of these machines, whether through a comb or any type of multi-needle embroidery machine, you're taking us up close and personal to this machine. And most of the machines are basically the same. Like parts are the same. So you'll get an idea of, how to troubleshoot and what to do. Did you want to show?
I was gonna move up and talk about tension.
Okay, let's go.
Now, honestly, and I can't really see the chat. I could just see really just my machine right now. I'm gonna scoot back a little bit. Honestly, there is not really a method to my madness in terms of thread. I don't thread it like, I'm going to keep my white on there and I'm going to keep, I just, whatever color I like, that's what I put on there. That's so, some people, feel like, kind of like with vinyl, you definitely want to keep white and black, right? And so they keep those on the two main ones. I don't really do that. I just put them wherever I put them. Okay. So do you have a certain way you do yours?
No, it's totally random.
Okay.
Totally random.
Okay. So that's my thing about that. Okay, let me get down, Milo. Get down. Now, if y'all are thinking about getting an embroidery machine, hey, Bobby Louveau. Okay. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Brown.
Tell your husband very good. He's doing very good. He's doing very, very good. Okay, so let me see if I can move it up a little bit. I'm gonna try to move up a little bit so y'all can see the next part. I don't know if I can. But
Any tricks or tips of keeping what colors on each needle?
Say that again.
Kristen said, any tricks or tips of keeping what color on each needle?
Oh, I don't know.
So with the machine, like you can literally set the machine up to tell you like needle number 1 is blue, needle number 2 is red.
Oh, yeah. You can do that. I can show you that.
You could do that, but
I'll show that in a minute. Okay, so in terms of tension, right? These are all tension knobs, right? So this would be in terms of tension. I'm gonna have to like just kind of pick it up and show you what I'm talking about. In terms of tension, let me see if I can. I know it's a terrible view. I'm sorry. This is to adjust the tension the most, right? This is where you're gonna make the biggest adjustment. Even though these knobs are smaller, you get the most adjustment here. This second row, this is the second most, and then this will be third. So when you're trying to adjust your thread, the tension on the thread is like, this is the highest, second highest, third, or big, medium, small. Even though the knobs don't really match that, because you would think, oh, this is a big knob, so this should be the most adjustment, but it's not. This is the least amount of adjustment. And I just follow the, what is that saying? Lefty loosey, righty tighty. So when you go to the left, that's decreasing. And when you go to the right, that's increasing. So if I turn this knob to the left, my left is over here. When I turn this knob to the left, that's going to decrease the tension. And when I turn it to the right, that's increasing. That's making it tighter. That's making it looser. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Anything you want to say about that, Patrice?
Nope, you covered it. But y'all see all those little holes and things like that? You have to go and you got to follow that thread path to a T.
Everything is a thing. Everything you see is actually a thing.
Yes. Very good thing.
Okay. So when you, if let's just say with needle number 1, right now on needle number 1, the thread color that I have is, let me move this little water bottle right here. The thread color that I have on my needle number 1, I don't know what y'all can see, but it's this. This is 8479. And let's just say, I wanted to change this out, and I needed to rethread it to switch it out. Now I could go the easy way, which would be to tie. I don't know if y'all can see it. I know you can't see it. It would be to like cut. It would be to cut this piece that's hanging back here and tie the new thread onto there and just pull all the way through. I know you really can't see, but we're in our pretending era.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just say I don't have that option because, it's already gone through, it's broken or whatever. I would have to start here at the top, right here. Can you see? What can you see? Right here, I have to start all the way at the top. I'd have to go through this first hole, come all the way through here. I'd have to make sure that the thread is coming through these 2 clamps. Everything is based on the right side. So once the thread comes through, I'm going to pull it through these 2 clamps on the right side. And then I'm going to use my needle, my threader. There's actually a threader to come through this tube and then come down. And then let me put my camera down. I don't know what y'all can see. Come down. I'm going to come down here on the right. Y'all see that? Come down here on the right side in between these 2 clamps. Then over here, I'm starting on the right. I'm going to wrap it around 1 time. Come down. There's a hole right here. I'm going to thread it through this hole. Come down on the right. Go around 1 full time. Go through this little hook. Go through this hole. Come down, go through this first the hole right here. Come down. Let's call it eyelet, right? Eyelet. I'm calling it a hole. Same thing. Eyelet, hole, eyelet thing, right? Come down, go up, go down. Then I'm coming all the way down through there, and then I'm going to thread it through the eye of the needle. Thank you, Miss Joyce.
And Angela said, how do you ever get all that calibrated? Well, the first thing you want to do, like if you notice you're having problems, and it's always just good because things get knocked out of whack a lot, is to do a tension test. Mm-hmm. So there are files. The file came with this machine, but I'm pretty sure you could even make your own tension test file. Mm-hmm. And then it will tell you which needles, like the ones, because Delonda, didn't you do a tension test last week?
Yes.
It'll show you exactly, like once it's done stitching out, you will be able to see which needles are having issues with the tension. So then you can go ahead and start properly adjusting.
Here's a portion of one of the tension tests I did. Let me show you. It's not a full one because I was just checking some, but right here. Mm-hmm. So you can check, like I can say, I just want to check needle number 7 and needle number 13 or whatever. I can tell the machine which needles I want to check. And then when you look at the back, you can tell, where your thread is too loose or too tight. So you should have 3 equal parts of color. So you should have 2 parts of the thread color, and then the middle section should be the bobbin, the color of the bobbin. So if I was using black bobbin, in the middle you should see black, but my bobbin is white. Mm-hmm. Oh, and Patrice, I was testing this colors out together. I think this will look good on a white hat. Like just do all light blue, then go
The dark blue?
Yeah, dark blue gold, dark blue gold. Like, I think that would be really cute. But I ran out of white hat, so I didn't try it.
You ran white hats?
Yeah.
What's happening? You
So
didn't
I never ordered a set of white, and only one white comes with the.
with that multi-pack.
Okay, so let's go to Kristen's question. So let's go to select color. We can use this file, that's fine. All right, so can y'all see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so right here where it says match thread color, I could click that. And so right now on needle number 1, it says it's this orange color. And I just showed you what I had on needle number 1, and it's not this. So I can click on needle number 1 and I can click next. And then I can find a color that kind of matches what I just showed you. And I would say it's like a greenish. I'd say it's kind of close to like this, maybe. I can just click next. And I can click done unless there's another one. So number 2 is right, number 3 is right, 4 is right, 5 is right, 6 is right, 7 is right, 8 is right, 9 is right, 10 is gray. So I can go to number 10 and click. I'm gonna go back. Thread color number 10 should be gray. Like that. Next. And click done. Number 11 is red. 12 is hot pink. 12 is hot pink. Next. That's the closest I'm going to get right there. That's the closest. Okay, next. And then 13 is light pink. 14 is purple. 15, 16, 17 is black. 18 is not that. 18 is like this. 19 is brown. The brown cow has speckled spots. Like that. And then 20. Okay, that's it. Patrice, anything you want to talk about?
I think we covered the bobbin area. We also talked about the thread path and how important the thread path is. We talked about needles, and we didn't necessarily cover with needles is that you do need to change your needles, especially if you're stitching a lot. You need to change them. Some people change them way more often than others, but needle could be your problem. Your needle may need to be changed. So in addition to inserting it correctly, you don't want to use worn out needles.
So one thing about that I want to add about that is that I use a needle to change the needle. So I have most of the time let me be honest about this. I really don't change my needle unless it breaks, because my eyes are not good. My eyes are not good to be like, let me just have a needle changing day. I'm not doing that. I'm I'm not. Okay. So what I'll do is get this one. This is I think this is the right one. Might be. No, it's not. It's the one that's let me see. Number 1. So you're gonna get a tool, like if you get a Ricoma, these things, this is the best thing. I don't know where you got it from, but it's really good. It's really, really good. This. You need this. Keep this close to the machine. Like, you rather just keep it like right here. It's a good tool, right? I have a needle in my mouth right now, and that's why I'm talking like this. Kind of like when I'm smoking a cigarette.
That's what I was about to
Don't worry about it from smoking a cigarette.
I was trying to figure that out.
Okay. So right here, you can see when it's time to get back. Milo, get back. I'm trying to show the people something. under here, can y'all see right here? Is this close enough or no?
Yeah, it's close.
Is Patrice being sarcastic? We don't do sarcasm. Tell me.
It's close.
Tell me, Milo. Tell me. Is
It's
Patrice being sarcastic? We don't even like that kind of stuff. Tell me. Okay. Milo said he didn't like it. You put your paw right there and show Patrice your paw. Tell me. Come on, put your paw right there. You want to?
You don't want to. Oh.
Okay. So right here, there's a little hole. I'm not getting ready to change this needle because my needles are working perfectly fine right now and I'm not having any drama. But anyway, you would put this in the hole, twist, and then like here's the tip of a needle. I will put this in there. When I would take this one out first and I would get this and I use this to turn the needle in the direction it needs to go. So I'll put this in the eye of the needle and I use it to turn the way I need it to go. I bought something called a needle positioner magnet and it came in a package of 2 and I lost mine. So I just ordered a new set. I ordered them from the Melco website. I honestly feel like they're here somewhere, just stuck to my machines, but I just can't find them.
Did you check your mighty hoops and make sure that it didn't attach? Because when I tell you everything attaches to these mighty hoops,
I know. I didn't check those. They might be there though. I do. But I already, I'm like, it can't hurt to have another set anyway. So.
It's right there. Totally right there. Kristen said maybe it's sitting in that new opening made by the cover in the back.
Oh no, because I looked over there. I looked everywhere. I thought, sometimes when you're working on the machine and you're trying to get to a certain place, it's going to be hard to, get to one side or the other. What I suggest doing, so like right now, my machine is positioned on needle number 17, but let's just say I was trying to, get to something and I couldn't because this is in the way. You could just, press and move the head of the machine over to get to what you need to get to.
Yes.
All right. A big thing that is I think the scariest thing that's ever happened for me, in addition to having a needle break, and I mean when I say scary, I'm talking like scary to me, and this might not be scary for you, but it was scary for me, was when it'll say like that it's not set to 100 degrees or whatever.
Yeah.
Is it 100 degrees?
100.
The main axis not set to 100 degrees. So normally if that happens, you'll have a needle break, or you'll see that, let me move this up. Like you might see one of these, I don't know the real.
For levers?
Yeah, the lever might be pushed down and the needle, and even though this might be pushed down, the presser foot isn't pushed down, it's in place, and you're thinking, well, how come it's not right? You're going to need to have this. I think it's number, let me see if this is the right one. No, it's number 6.
7.
Okay, I don't know if my camera's on like 8%, so I'm gonna try to scoot it over so I can show you what I'm talking about. Hold on one second.
Okay. And that's with this machine. With the, if you have the EM1010, it's easier for you to access the knob. It's just literally in the back, and it's an actual knob. With this machine, you actually have to unscrew the door that's hiding it, and then you have to use one of those wrenches.
Okay, so right here on the inside of here.
I knew you loved Milo. Look at him looking at you.
Yeah, I put my magnets right there. Okay, so like inside here, there are numbers on the. Can y'all see the numbers?
Mm-hmm. No, I can't see it, but I just took it off, but I couldn't see it good.
I never took mine off. I didn't even think to do that.
Yeah, I just screwed. It's just that little door will come off.
Okay, so in there are numbers, right? And it'll say main. It'll say like right. If I'm looking at mine right now, it says it's on 100, so I'm good, right? Mm-hmm. But if on the front of the panel, if it says main axis not set to 100, and I stick this in here, and I'm trying to figure it out, like how can I get it back to 100? I suggest if you have a hard time turning this, don't do it like this. Don't do it the long way. Put it in the short way, because then you'll have more grip. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of putting it in like this and trying to get it to grip, put it in the short way, and it'll give you more leverage.
Yeah. And you don't want to go backwards when you're turning. You always want to go forward. You don't, like, let's say if you're at like 99 and you're like, oh, I'm right here. I could just turn it back one, just do one full rotation around to get to the 100. You find that you can it's not turning or anything. There's a few things you can do. I usually turn my machine off and let it sit for a few seconds and turn it back on. And sometimes it just automatically readjusts itself. Or you may have a bird's nest or something in that bobbin area that's preventing it from actually returning back to the main axis. That works with your bobbin area. So you have to check your bobbin area, make sure you don't have a bird's nest or anything else that's preventing it from turning to adjust and get back to 100. Because it could be so many different issues. So many different things. What's our next topic? We talked about maintenance, oiling.
I want to show something on the back. I don't know if I'm doing too much.
No, you're not doing too much.
Don't do your face like that.
You're not.
What do y'all have any questions?
Nobody's really been asking any questions. Haven't seen, but I'm pretty sure this is super duper helpful. I'm pretty sure of it. Like, especially for anybody who's considering getting a machine, just to kind of see it up close and to see, you know, what could possibly happen, how to fix it, how to work around it. Yes.
Dr. Bling Custom Creations, needles. What about needles? Thank you, Miss Merlinda. I don't have a lot of battery, but I wanted to show something in the back.
You don't. Let's see it.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. I gotta adjust it again. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, no worries. All right, so we'll see what Delonda wants to look at in the back. As far as, like, you always want to make sure that you have your items hooped correctly, you're tracing. I find that if you are proactive with just setting everything up, you can avoid a lot of disasters. And rushing, sometimes that's when I find that I have the most problems, when I'm not really paying attention. I'm just trying to rush and get something done.
So remember I said I took the back panel off of my machine. So this is how it looks. This is like the behind the wizard, right? So this thing right here, these two, no, I don't even know what these are called. I don't even know what those are called. Screws. I had to adjust those when my blade stopped cutting because it was out of place. But let me see if I can. Oh my gosh! Hopefully this is going to help. So let's see. No, that look at that all that oil. Oh my God! I definitely don't need oil. Hold on one second.
Okay.
I'm trying to get in there. Turn on the camera. See that? Hold on. Where is it? This blade right here. Under this blade right here is where I had to remove the blade, but I had to do it from the front. And this, all of this is connected to the blades that actually cut. So when I told you my machine stopped cutting when I had that whole issue with the bobbin and I had to adjust it, I had to remove this plate, this metal plate right here. And I was scared. I was intimidated. I was afraid. I was just like, just send somebody because I don't want to have to do this. But I was still able to do it by myself without being on the phone with them and get it back adjusted. If you want me to take it, if you want me to, I don't want to unhoop the hat hoop because I don't even feel like I have enough battery life to do it. But don't be afraid is basically what I want you to know. Like, it's just a big piece of metal. I don't even think you can break it. I don't even think you can break it if you wanted to.
If you do, it can be fixed.
Dr. Bling, I use this kind, but there's a Amazon link that has like all of my favorites. These are in there. The Gross Beckert. 1 second, Patrice.
Okay. What kind of, like, how long have you had your embroidery machine to where you've never had to change your needles? Like, I think, like, if you have, it depends on what you're stitching. So, like, if you're going to be using a sharp needle or a ballpoint needle, depending on the weight of what you're going to be doing, if you're going to be, there's so many different factors. So, are you just starting out with embroidery? That's more so my question. Since January, so fairly recent. You've never changed it. Do you use your machine often? Have you had a needle break? If you haven't had a needle break and you've been embroidering since January, you're doing good. Yeah.
I'm gonna always share my opinion about purchasing an embroidery machine. I think that what's going to matter in the end more than anything, is the size of the embroidery area. It's going to matter more than anything else. The size of the embroidery area. If you rush and get an embroidery machine because you just want to get started with embroidery, and then you realize, oh my gosh, I can only embroider 6x6. I'm making this up. In about 2 months, you're going to realize you want a bigger embroidery area. And the money that you spent on that machine that is capable of doing 6x6, you could have saved that money towards getting something that can do a bigger embroidery area. Now, the machine that if in a perfect world, I would not be trying to recommend a 20 needle because everybody doesn't need a 20 needle machine. However, semicolon, I do like the Ricoma Creator. I do. I like Ricoma as a company. I do not work for Ricoma. They're not paying me to tell you this. I like them as a company. I have had good customer service with them, and I dial the regular customer service number that you can dial. And the customer service experience I've had has been phenomenal. Even when I was frustrated. When I say frustrated, trust me, they could tell. It wasn't a secret frustration. It was out in the open. Okay. I like that machine. I think it's a good machine, and it has the same panel that that Patrice and I have on our machine. Now, if you use my link or Patrice's link, we are affiliates of Ricoma, so we will get commission. It's not going to increase the cost of your purchase in any way. So just know that. But if I didn't like it, I would tell you. I would say, I don't think you should. My biggest piece of advice is do your research. Do your own research. Look at the price of machines. Look at customer service. Don't pay attention to anybody's unboxing videos. Unboxing videos are exciting. Unboxing videos are so exciting. People are unboxing. They're like, oh, look at my machine. It's so good. Because they don't know yet. Go to 6-month update videos or 1-year update videos, or, go and check. Do you still love this machine videos? That's my opinion. I also created a document that you can use when you're doing your research to look at price comparisons, embroidery area, what comes with the machine, tutorial support, because I don't think all machines are the same. I don't think all machines are the same. They might do the same thing in the end, but like the way they work, I don't know if it's all the same. That's true.
So you should change your needle out about every 6 to 8 hours of usage, Dr. Bling. You should change. It really should be changed out every 6 to 8 hours of usage. Now, do I follow that all the time? Not necessarily, but when I'm using it a little bit much, I know that, okay, it's time, because then you'll start having where your thread will start shredding and stuff like that. But that's for each needle. Like if you're using it continuously, every 6 to 8 hours.
I know I don't do that.
I don't do it all the time, but I can tell when my needle needs to be changed. Like when I start having it, I'm like, yep, it's time. But it's
when it's like shredding.
Yeah, when it starts to shred, it starts to do like a lot of, yeah, it's time. Now the other thing that you could look like, so as far as troubleshooting, if you feel like your machine is perfect, everything is threaded correctly, you don't know what the problem is, why it keeps saying that there's a thread break or something, check the file. So go look at the file, do a playback of the stitches so that you can see how everything is, because maybe you'll be able to see, okay, maybe something's wrong with the file, and then you can go in and adjust it. That's the only thing I wanted to add.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Hey, Meredith.
I definitely don't. I'm telling you, I only change the needles except when I realized the 80-12 needles were, these were, stronger. Did you know there's writing on these needles?
What kind of writing?
It's I don't know if it's the size, but it's writing on the needle.
The size is on there, yeah. So you'll know.
But you can't see it unless you take a picture and zoom in. But it's on there.
Yeah.
You can kind of see it a little bit.
I don't think you got to turn to us.
You can see a little bit of engraving.
Yeah. Oh, we just see a little bit of engraved area.
What do I need to know is how to design. H. Francis, I would not say I know how to. Because really you mean how to digitize?
You need to know you need to get a software. One, you need to know the file type that your machine needs. And then you need a software that you can digitize. And then you're going to have to learn that software. You're going to have to learn about density. You're going to have to learn about push and pull. You're going to have to probably find a course or somebody who could teach you how to digitize your files.
What kind of machine do you have?
That's it.
Because some machines come with excuse me. Sorry. Some machines come with training or that kind of support, like classes, like Racoma.
Yeah. Racoma has Racoma has good beginner training videos to help you get started with it. And if you have their embroidery software, Chroma, then you can do it. But you can use it's just like when you make an SVG file. You can use any software that's dedicated to doing that and use it in your machines, as long as you can save it as the correct exchange. But that does take a little bit of time and patience to learn about designing and digitizing.
I would say there's a lot I don't know about digitizing. And I mean, H. Francis, do you have a Cricut? Do you have like a cutting machine? I feel like my it's lagging or something.
I think it's fine.
I just think like this is for people who do have a Cricut, right? They don't have an embroidery machine, or they do have an embroidery machine, but they don't know how to digitize. Like when I first got my Cricut, I didn't know how to make an SVG. Just because I had a Cricut, I was and now I still use Creative Fabrica all the time. I still use design bundles because it's just easier. So I think with digitizing, I'm okay with leaving that to the experts. How do you thread? Yeah, it depends, Ernie. It depends if you're starting from a needle that already has thread or if you're starting from scratch. We kind of touched on that a little bit. Susan said, please don't forget about me.
Forget about what? I don't know.
You want me to show the back of my thread rack?
That'll be good.
It's a mess back here, but I gotta show y'all my order from Candle Thread. I still haven't even opened my box.
Oh, yes. Come show us the colors.
I did not even open my box. I didn't get free shipping. It's so fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, I was just on this site looking up the needle ease to see like the different sites. I don't know which site it was. Was it the Tex-Mex site? I don't remember.
One of them
had a $300
needle ease
amount. No, amount that you had to spend in order to get free shipping.
So in other words, you're never getting free shipping. You gotta buy an embroidery machine.
And then the shipping was like $21. I'm like, oh no. So then it was another site where the shipping was only $5, like $6, but they want you to spend $300 for free shipping. So
I'm gonna bring the camera over, but I can't keep it on long because it's I can't. The cord won't reach, and I have to have it plugged in so it won't die.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions?
Nobody had any questions except Ernie wanted to see how to thread. I think we both kind of show it, like on even in my unboxing video. I showed how to thread. Delonda, you showed how to thread too, right? It's like the thread path. So what you guys have to know is that the different machines, the thread path could be a little bit different, right? So you just always have to make sure you follow the path that they tell you. Now, our machines, it's a little bit weird because it has 4, it's, what is it, 5 rows of 4. And then you have to actually put the thread in at a certain spot. So when Delonda takes us over there, we'll be able to see it. But depending on the order it's in, it goes certain slot or they make pieces.
Let me see if I can show. I'm definitely not gonna be able to keep it on long because my battery will die. Okay.
Oh, Chris says text Mac. I don't know.
All right, let's see. Okay, so here's the back of my machine. So like Patrice was saying, hold on. So this right here, I showed you from when I was in the front. This is needle number 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so on and so forth, all the way to 20. Well, up here at the top, let's go to the top. So when let's just say I want to thread number 4. Here's number 4. I would have to, oh gosh, come up here. Mm-hmm. I can't really show it because I'm holding it and holding it. It's hard to do both, but I would have to come in through this hole at the top and then follow the thread path all the way down. Let's just say I wanted to change this one out though, needle number 4. I would cut this thread right here, and I would tie the new thread onto this, and I will pull it through the path from the front of the machine. Does that make sense?
Yep. And then you just have to thread it once you pull it all through. Tie it in 2 little knots, because if not, then it will unravel as you're pulling it through, and you just have to pick up wherever it unravels. But then all you have to do is put it in the needle. That's it.
Thank you. But I did a video just on threading start to finish.
Yep.
Yes, Jesse, and on the video, on the Ricoma video, it says don't double tie it, but I do.
I do too. Because when it unravels, that's the worst. Like, your feelings get hurt when it unravels.
Yes.
Like, it goes through just fine all the time.
Oh, let me show you my Are y'all finding this helpful? They're so quiet today. Like good little students.
It's good. It's good. Now we're gonna see the thread from thread. As he said, yes.
Gotta get my I don't understand their packaging. Yeah.
Oh, all those little boxes?
Yeah.
I know, like, why? I know.
Okay. So I ordered from Candle Thread. Oh, I didn't order as much as I thought. 1, 2, 3. Ooh.
That's very pretty.
This is can't see it. 6163. Milo, hush. Ordered a gray one, a dark gray. I think this is the one we said for So Good, 8754. And
yeah.
I ordered I'm in my olive green era. I gotta show you what I got.
You want to see?
From Michael's today.
Okay.
Michael's has olive green shirts.
Oh, they do? And their whole
$2.99.
$99. You can't beat that price. Can't beat it.
7,003.
Oh, did you see the chat?
Yes, Donzel gonna tell you.
Listen.
Look.
What you gonna put on it?
Well, not this one is a large. But you know, I made so many of my caps, and now I can match them with my shirts and be matchy matchy. Let me see if it match. Move on, move.
Oh, you want to see it?
Patrice, this is gonna be cute. Oh my gosh.
Susan.
Hello.
Oh, I'm gonna have to post it on my Facebook group because you're not gonna be able to find it anywhere because I never listed this design. So I'll probably have to put it in my Facebook group. That looks good. I like it. Is that orange? I like it. And you're gonna put the design, you're gonna stitch something on the shirt in the orange color too, or what color?
I don't know because you know these files come with the left chest, but I'm like, do I want to wear this on my chest? Like, I don't know. I don't know. But I thought it was cute. I thought the shirt was so cute because this matches matchy matchy.
I think that would look good.
This one?
And that's red and yellow?
This is red and gold with white. This one is just orange and white.
I think orange would look good on that shirt too.
This is red and black.
Yeah.
I love that one. Then this is just brown, white, orange. I don't know, but I still haven't.
I feel like.
But I was excited to find this. I don't know if they always had it, but it was $2.99, so I was excited about that. All right, and then I have my olive thread. I think I'm in my olive green arrow.
Yes.
White.
Nicole said so cute.
I don't know why I got white.
8001? Because you always need white. Do you have lots of white? So why'd you get it?
I don't know. I can look right here and see 3 rows of white, 3 spools. I don't know.
Maybe because you know that you're gonna need it.
That was not good. I like this.
Fine.
This is 80. I can't see. 8654. Hey, Brandy Dandy. It's lighter than the blue that I have on now already. I think I'm in my blue arrow too. This is 8459.
I like that blue.
And this is our So Good color.
That's so pretty.
More red.
Of course. You don't have that shade already? That looks like a nice red shade.
I think it's the one I have on the machine already because I use that one a lot. Yeah, it's the one I already have on the machine, but it's almost out. This and black are the 2 lowest amounts that I have on my machine.
You know why?
You
all know why.
I'm in my olive green era. I got another one. And another one.
I like that color. I like that olive green. Thank you so much, Brandy.
69.52. That's it.
That was it?
Yeah, I didn't get free shipping this time. 8 colors. I don't know why I ordered this white. I don't, but whatever.
Debbie said, what do you use as a stabilizer under t-shirts?
Cutaway. I use Cutaway. Debbie, I like to use the it's everything that all of my favorite embroidery stuff is in one link in my Amazon store.
Then
So Good colors. Let me get it. Yes, Lakiki.
Is that white? We had white for it too?
Yeah.
So maybe that's what she did, Lakeisha. Maybe she just selected all the colors that we had for it. Remember you said you were going to change one with that, maybe the gray, we wanted a darker gray?
We said 8608.
But did we change the gray?
That's what I thought we changed it to. 8608. That's what I wrote down.
That's the latest one?
8608. 8608. Oh, 8608 is our pink.
Let me see what the darker.
And then we said 8754. That's our gray. This gray.
I think we wanted to change it to a darker gray. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the original one, and then maybe week before last. What you said? That's 86, 83, 8754.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we said we were going to change it, but we didn't. To something a little bit darker.
I wrote it down and I put a SG next to it.
Yeah, no, I have it written down too, but when we stitched it out, I think it was so close to like the white color that we said like once it was there, like we couldn't see the difference in the color. And we said that we were going to change it to like a darker gray. If I can remember correctly. No worries. No worries. We'll figure it out. It's going to be fine.
I wrote that down. And then 8001. 8001 is the white. I guess that's why I got that. And then, because our colors are pink, black, gray, white. And for black, is black. I'm surprised I didn't order black because I don't think I have another black.
No, you should order black.
I don't know.
Colette, yeah. Wednesday was my last day. Tuesday was the last day for the kids last week. The 24th. Ooh. It says,
what is on your hoodie below? Good.
So good vibes. It just says so good vibes. It's too. We did this like last month, maybe sometime.
Yes. When we did Aurora with applique.
Yeah. And so
I don't know why I ordered these two.
Thank you, Kanaya. Because you were in your olive green era.
I guess so.
Maybe for the camo stuff. Maybe that's
I don't know. But now I feel like I need to order black because I have less black than anything. Even less black than red. And I use red all the time.
We know.
We don't. Hey.
All the time. Well, that's like me using teal and pink all the time. I don't know any other colors.
Yeah. I have a darker gray on my machine already. Look, you have your book right there?
I just put it up. Well, yeah, I do. I thought I put it up.
8731. That's a nice dark gray. 8731. What colors do you have, Kiki? Mine is Love Like Jesus.
It is pretty dark. 8730. Let me put a little dot on it. Are we going to change to 8731?
I have that. Do you like that one? It's dark. I like it.
As long as it's darker than that 8754, because it just doesn't stand out, especially if it's close to the white.
Why are you looking for that, Patrice? What are the tools you feel like everyone needs with embroidery, no matter what machine?
You need.
Yes, Brandy, it's SS6. Can you see it?
You definitely need a toolkit. because you're gonna eventually have to unscrew, and the single needle machines have those small screws too. So you definitely need a toolkit um
Hey, now.
for when things happen. You know? Um,
Thank you.
you know what I can't do without? The threader with this machine.
What threader?
The little the rod, the threading rod that comes with,
Oh, yes.
like,
Yes.
I ordered extra of that because
You did?
if you lose that, can you imagine trying to get the thread through? One time I couldn't find it, and I was like, oh no, never again.
I never thought to order another one, Patrice. I
Yes.
keep it up there on the top. You talking about this?
Yes. Yes. It's so hard to get thread through that coil without it.
Look,
That's-
Kiki, I thought you said you had the colors. Yeah, yeah. I never thought to order this. What is this called?
a threader. It just threads it through the coil. It's on their website.
Oh, you ordered it from Racoma?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because so we need that, because how long it is, because the part that you have to thread. Now, sometimes listen, if you're in the middle of stitching something and you run out of thread, which is the worst, but it happens to me often because I want to use every bit of thread. I don't want to waste any thread. So I want it to all go and stitch in. We have to take, yeah, I don't have my other camera on because then I'll show them. So what Delonda has in her hand at the top, these actually come off so that we can be able to get the thread through.
You see that?
So you need something like that. I'm trying to think what else. So tools, you need a toolkit.
Arnique, I have this in my craft room too. Because I mean I consider myself as average height.
Oh, I look. You have a step stool?
Yeah.
Listen, Arnique,
I have this.
this thing comes in handy so much, it goes everywhere. Like I can put it over here, step behind, and then now I could actually see behind here and put it in these holes. Oh, that's another thing. So Delonda was saying you need something like this in order to be able to even see in between these holes and to get the thread through those little holes because they're so tight.
So I use this when I'm, threading.
Yeah. Thank you, Niall.
Oh, something else I just bought. I didn't even open it yet. What is it? So I cannot say yes, get this, or no, don't get it, because I don't know yet.
Oh, you know what else I use a lot too? Some pliers, especially underneath where the thread gets caught sometimes if it's bird nesting. This helps me get in and out. You need some sharp scissors to cut that bird's nest so that you can, definitely need sharp scissors to get in there, and smaller sharp scissors to really get into there to cut it loose so that thread can loosen up and you can, out. I live by this step still helps me with everything in here. Like it's never too far.
Yeah, I use that when I'm for my threading. And then the closet I have around the corner. Let me see.
Yes.
I bought this air duster. Because last week they were saying they use this instead of the spray can air.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me just see if I like it. Because that spray can air is expensive, and if this is rechargeable. Let me read the directions. Long press the power button to turn it on and off. After starting up, press this. Before using, please read the operating instructions carefully. 3.5 hours to charge it. Brushless motor, 4 speeds. The maximum usage time is 10 minutes or more. It comes with batteries and a USB cable. Intelligent protection function. The machine will shut down when there is no operation for 1 minute. What is this? LED display, on, off, charging port, packing list.
I found this needle guide on the Madeira site when I was looking for the needle ease. I'm gonna put it. It's just a PDF from the Madeira site. I'm gonna put it in the chat in case you guys want to see. Like, it's talking about sharp needles, ballpoint needles, when to use it, when not to use it, and that sort of thing. I think, who was it, Dr. Bling? That might be helpful for you too.
Up in my Beyonce era.
Okay. Let that wind hit you. Yes.
Man,
Yes.
I'm in my. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
No.
Come on, Beyonce era. I'm
No.
not going to the cowboy Carter. I'm right here in the house. You let my hair blow. No. Okay.
I didn't think that we were going to be entering into the Jana today, but clearly I was wrong.
Woo!
Very wrong.
This is so good. This is good, Patrice.
It's really good.
It's really good.
Love it.
Comes with 2 brushes.
Okay. May have to get one instead of using my canned air.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta be back in my Beyonce. Milo, I'm gonna blow your teeth out. Stop.
Don't blow Milo's teeth out, please.
Why not?
He needs his teeth.
Do you need your teeth? Tell me.
Yes, he needs it. He needs all of his little teeth. Just somewhat is great for women of certain ages. Emergency things.
Look at me, my Beyonce era.
You got yes. Yes.
This is great.
And it's already, it looks like it's going downhill.
This is good. This is really good. It had good reviews. Somebody was saying they bought one for their home, then they went and bought another one for the car because it was so good. I'm like, it's pretty good. So it's so good. It's really good. Y'all just jealous. Y'all want to be in your Beyonce era. All right, so that was it. That was it. Pliers. I'm not good at using the seam ripper, so but I definitely did not think about ordering another one of these. I was just like, I need to be careful about where I put it, so I just keep it up there on my machine. It's important to have. I think this has been a lifesaver for me. This, and then the little ratchet set has been everything.
Niall, so where did you get that from, Delonda?
This.
Yeah, I think she's talking about that.
This, I got it from, let me give you the link to the one I got. It's now, Patrice, now, here's my opinion. When I purchase something from Amazon, I try not to purchase anything that doesn't have a rating of 4.5 or above. That's just my opinion. 4.5 and up. This has a rating of 4.8. I was like, that's really good. That means enough people have thought highly enough of this
to go
that they thought it was good.
Yeah.
My fabric, Ernique, is in a plastic bin, but I don't have a lot of fabric. I don't have a lot to say like, oh, I don't have a lot. So all of mine is in and I like clear plastic bins. And the reason why I like clear is because I want to be able to see what's in it. Y'all know who has the best bins? Some of the best. Home Depot. Home Depot. They have some of the best bins. If you like, clear. If I was a mouse, let me give you the link. If I can find my mouse, I will give it to you. This table is a mess. Everything in here is a mess. I've been so busy. Yeah. Let me get the link. Oh, and the link to that oil pen. That oil pen is
everything.
Yes.
Everything. Literally.
I think what's the most intimidating thing you've done on your embroidery machine, Patrice? Hats? Oh no, the rating is 4.7, but it's still
high.
It's still good.
I don't know what's the most intimidating thing.
For me, it's hats. It's definitely been hats.
I hate changing out the hoops for the hat hoop. I hate that. But
what is this thing called? Oh, compressed air. Uh-oh, hold on. And then the oil pens. Let me see those. What questions do y'all have? Because we just...
Yeah, nobody's asking any questions now. Please remember to like the video if you haven't liked it already. And liking the video, you simply just have to click the little thumbs up button that's underneath the video.
What'd you say, babe? 425. Okay, thank you.
Okay, now I said thank you, Delonda.
Faux show. So I see some other oil pens that have a very, very low rating. I wonder why. I didn't read the reviews. But if nobody has any questions, I think we're good.
I don't think anybody has any questions. Nobody's asking any questions. Was this helpful? Oh, Mylene. Oh no, that's horrible.
What happened?
She's gonna have to rewatch because the AC just went out.
Ooh!
She's in Miami. I'll be talking to y'all from a hotel right now.
Jesse said he can change his hat hoop in less than 5 minutes. Okay, tell us the secrets, hat hoop master.
Yeah. I just don't like unscrewing and screwing it back on and stuff like that. It's kind of stressful thinking about it. Oh, sorry. Oh, so sorry. Whew. No, yes. I couldn't know. It is so nasty. And see, now you're up in a cold weather state. It is, when it's hot here, it is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that too in Texas, isn't it? Like when it's hot, it's like unbearable.
Mm-hmm. But I'm in the house most of the time.
No, but if the AC goes off and it stops working, oh,
Yeah.
no. Mm-mm. Oh, Jesse said he doesn't need any tools to change his.
Oh, what embroidery machine does Jesse have?
Like, yeah, nah. Like, do you want to turn the fan on? Nope, I can't even use the fan. The fan is gonna be blowing hot air.
I'm excited about this, Patrice.
Yes, I think that's a good buy.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge it up because now I don't know why they sent this little old cord. That should have been illegal.
Yeah. They just sent it to say that they sent a cord with it. That's all.
Correct. Long enough for nothing.
Yeah. It comes with the cord, but is the cord useful? Can I use the cord?
Oh, it says it's on 100% already. So it comes fully charged already. Okay. It does have a you can see it has a digital. See that?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, so I guess we've done all the things. Do y'all want more sew goods like this, or do y'all want to see us make stuff? Like what is it that y'all feel like you need or want from us?
Let us know.
You want to say bye to the people?
I agree.
I told them that you were faking Wednesday because you really, really were. Tell me, you were faking? Say I was faking and I told the truth today. Yeah.
Nicole said a mix of both. Now said mix it up. Jesse said a mix.
Hooping. Deborah Browning, we did had hooping last week. No, the week before that. Stop.
Been more discussions. Love to talk today.
Stop.
Mix it up.
Sit and stop. Stop. No. Okay. Yeah, we did had hooping. Hold on, I got a bus.
Uh-oh. Mama gotta get bust out.
He heard me say that and he moved. No. Not last week, 2 weeks ago, we did hat hooping where we were like showing how we hooped them. Oh, one thing I do want to say about hooping hats though, like I know that really you're supposed to kind of use tearaway stabilizer, but I kind of like cutaway, Patrice.
You like cutaway? Okay.
And since Candle Thread has that I don't know if it's like 5x5 or 6x6 cutaway, I cut that in half and I use that. I like that, and I want to show you something. And I might be doing it wrong, but I like the way I do it.
Work for you. If it works for you, then that's all that matters.
So this is Candle Thread's backing. It's the pre-cut backing sheet, right? He was faking. Right? So then if I cut it in half like this.
Mm-hmm. Is that the 8x8 sheet or which?
I don't know. I didn't measure it. Got by. Okay. Like that. And then let me get a hat.
Okay, let's get football jerseys, mesh jerseys.
Wow.
Somebody know what was just asking me about that.
Yep, I'm on live. It's not your favorite. So when I, put it on the hoop, let me show you something. I might as well go ahead and hoop this one. Did you stitch out blessed, Patrice, or no?
Huh?
Did you stitch out blessed?
Mm-mm. I haven't even been in this craft room. I had to clean it up before we came.
Mine is still a mess.
Maybe I'll go on tomorrow and do it. Yeah.
Do you have any Richardson hats?
No. None. Oh, she said she agreed. Deborah was agreeing that hat hooping isn't her favorite.
Yeah, it's not my. It's intimidating, but I feel like I've been getting a little bit better. I think there are people who have embroidery machines that are capable of doing hats. They're just afraid to try it. So Patrice, when you hoop your hat, like so I just have this one hoop, and I want to ask this question. Do you make sure that this is all the way down, or is this far down enough?
Oh no, I go further down than that.
You go further down than this?
Yeah.
How?
I can't. So that little tab right there, can you push that tab? Like, no, underneath. So where you have can you push your hat more on the, like, let me see. What do you put? So I guess it's the same. Like, that's how mine.
Bigger.
I have this one hoop now. It looks like it's about the same. Like, you have it about the same as me.
Okay.
It looks like it's the same.
Okay.
But my front kind of like, I like to kind of get it like right there. This is
okay. In the front, the very front under the bill, how far there's a little bar right there.
Well, right here?
No, in the very, very front, super front. Like, let me check. Let's go back to this view. Right here. Do you come all the way down?
And mine is almost all the way. It's not all the way down because it stops at that little part in the hat when you fold it down, but it's down pretty good. See, yours is as far down as you can go, isn't it?
I can go. I feel like I can go further, but I don't anymore, because what I've noticed is that when I go further down, like if I would have pushed this further down and start the embroidery process, the needle will hit that plate, and that's what will break the needle. So I have stopped doing that. I'll go when I put mine under here. And this might be helpful. I don't know. Hey, Barbara Fawn. Huh?
It hits that plate?
If I go further. So like if I were to go like all the way down like this, then that plate is under here.
No, but that plate is protected already by this right here. So it shouldn't hit it. See, the plate doesn't go past this part right here. That plate will never go past that.
What do you mean?
So you see how?
Let me make yours bigger.
That little plate doesn't go past it. So if you have it like this, you see here, right here?
Yeah. That
plate isn't going past that. The plate stops right here. So you won't ever have to worry about hitting that. It's never going to hit the plate. It's just a matter of like how it's hooped on there, but it doesn't hit that plate. That plate, hold on, I'm going to take this out so we could see it. It doesn't hit it. Let's see. I'm on out. Hold on. So where's my thing? Where's the front part? I'm on front, back. All right. So when you put it on there, and see, look here. So you see right here?
Yes.
It can never hit it because you see it doesn't go past that.
I don't know what you mean. It does.
When you hoop, but look, the plate is sitting on here, right? So you see this right here?
Yes.
This doesn't go past the metal part. It doesn't go past that. So when you hoop it on, the needle will never touch it because it's not going to hit this right here unless you just don't have it pushed in all the way. But you see how with the hat, it doesn't protrude past that part in the hat. Let me see what because you're saying like the needle will hit it, but it won't.
What I'm saying is, let's just say I have the hat all the way down flat. Like, so here's that metal plate.
Mm-hmm.
If I put the hat so that it's all the way down, and then the needle starts going, like, so here's a design. Let's just say the design says bad hair day. If it goes across this, what's behind right here is that plate.
Well, nothing should be behind that because once you put this onto the hat, it's not gonna hit it. It won't hit that. Like this little tab, it won't hit that.
If this is across that, I can. What is behind this is that plate. Yes.
Once you push it on, so once you push this into the machine, right? Once you push it on here, the opening is going to be here. So the way that the hoop is set up, we should never have to worry about it hitting this part of the machine unless it's just not on there correct. Let me find the thing again. Let me find where I put my. So this is the driver. I'm gonna put it on the driver to show it. And then we'll see. And then without the hat on it to see.
Me too, Meredith.
Huh?
Barb said the band of the cap goes under the plate. Right. I agree. The band of the cap goes under the plate. So let me let's say I take the stabilizer out and I'm going to let the band of the cap go under the stabilizer. Under the plate.
Make sure I put it on the right way. It's going to go here.
It's only so far that the band of the cap will even go under that plate.
Oh, hold on.
Right here, right? So if I push this, I don't know if this is a good view, but if I push this band further down, the band is not under there anymore. The sweat band and the cap should come to the top plate.
So this is how it's supposed to look. You see this part right here on the hat, like it goes this. So technically, like this would be where the hat would be.
Yeah.
There's a little thing right here. Mm-hmm. You're not stitching. You're not going to be stitching up here. You're going to be stitching below this line. You're not stitching.
Do it with the hat on it.
So if you put the hat right here, so you see this right here, you're stitching here. If you put the hat on here and that band is right there, that band prevents you. This is going to prevent you from ever hitting that. Like you're never going to hit that. So it goes like this. So you see this right here. You see your hat. Mm-hmm. You're going to put this on right here.
I'm saying put the actual hat under there with the band under that plate.
If you put this
if you put the band under the plate, go all the way.
And you put this around, you're not stitching back here. The brim protects this area right here where that little tab is. You're stitching from here to here. You're not stitching from here to there. You're stitching from
Right.
here to here. So
Right.
you're never going to touch that little, the machine doesn't touch that part. It doesn't. It only goes from here. Once you put this on, so if you guys saw how I had the hat like this, once that band goes around, you're stitching from here to here.
Put the cap on there though, all the way on there with the.
I'm not about to hoop the cap. It's just like this. It's just literally, you put this like this. This part right here, this little tab where the sweatband of the hat goes underneath.
Mm-hmm. Because I want to see how far your band goes underneath.
How far the band goes. The band is going to. So if I put the band right here and I put the band over here, it's not going to touch it. It does not. The machine, the way the parameters of the machine, it's not going to even allow it to even go to that area. So it's just going to go from right here. It stitches from here to here. I don't know if y'all can see that. It stitches from here to here. This right here is from here to here. When this band comes over like this, that band does not, that prevents it from doing that. So it's not gonna, you're not gonna hit this ever, unless you don't have it hooked all the way in. That's it. It doesn't hit it.
Well, I don't know, because I have had it hit that. I have, because, and so what I did to stop that from happening was I will still put it under there, but I don't try to make my cap go all the way to the bottom so that it is touching this band. Because when I do that, that metal piece that you said is not touching, it is. On mine, it is. On here, it will break the needle, because that.
And that's a machine defect, because it should not. It shouldn't touch the needle. The way that this is designed, if this is on there correctly, if this is going around correctly, this is where you already know, like with your machine, that your needle isn't going to hit past this point. The needle isn't going to hit in this area with this strap on there. So when you're hooping it and when you're tracing it, you're going to know that the hoop, that the design is going to be from here to here. So it should never, ever go there. If it's hitting, the one thing that it might be hitting is the seam, because this seam is very hard and that could cause needle breaks. This that center part right there, but it's not going to hit this.
When you hoop your hat, is the bill touching this? Is that metal completely covered? Is this right here completely covered by the hat?
Yeah. It's when you put it, when I go like this, regardless of whether or not it's completely covered, as long as I put this strap right here over it, that is going to prevent me from hitting any place that I shouldn't hit. As long as this strap is covered right here, because the strap is designed to never go past this point. So the strap goes, if you look right here and you look here, the strap is designed to go right there before the tab. So it should never, ever hit that. No matter how far I have the hat down, no matter if I don't have the hat down, it should never go past that. So the needle is not supposed to hit here at all, ever, because this is what's protecting it. So if you trace it, that's why tracing is important. If you trace it, you don't have to worry about that, because you're going to know that your needle is your design should go from like here to here. It should never, this is what prevents that.
But I don't think you understand my question. What I'm asking is, when you have your hat, like if you take it off that arm, take it off that thing right there. Yeah, mine didn't either, Meredith. Mine didn't either. But what I'm saying is, take it off of there and just have this. When you put this under here and you hoop it, do you have this part of your cap? This, is it all the way down to here?
It's as far as I can get it. It depends on whichever hat I'm hooping. I've never had the needle hit this part ever. and I go all the way down, and sometimes I go all the way down. Sometimes, for the most part, I'm going to push this down as far as I can so that I can get a good placement on the hat. But I've never had that happen to me. I've never had a needle hit this part ever. And it's all I can say is that I don't know how you guys are hooping it and what's happening, but it's the way that this is designed and the machine, it should not hit it. It shouldn't. The only thing I could say that it's hitting is that center line, because this can be kind of hard sometimes. Like here, that's very hard. But the little metal piece doesn't even go that far. It doesn't go that far.
Even if it's touching the ridge. But I want to see that. That's what I'm asking. I want to see how yours is hooped in there. You keep yours, Jesse, you keep yours at the top. You think I'm pushing it down too low. No, I stopped doing that, Barb. I think you came in after I said that. I said I stopped pulling the brim all the way down over this tab because my needle was hitting this tab and it was breaking. So now when I hoop my hat, I don't come all the way down over this tab because it has.
This is my question to you. If your needle is hitting that tab, then where's this line? Where's this
I'm going to show you. That's what I'm saying. Show me yours. I'm going to show you mine. I'm going to show you.
Because I don't even have to show it, because if you have this right here, if this goes over right here in the front of the tab, it shouldn't hit it's impossible.
It's not impossible. I'm telling you, it's happened multiple times. Meredith said it happened, and so did Lakeisha.
But that's what I don't know if it's hitting the tab or if it's hitting the hat, the part where it comes together, if you're using a structured hat.
Even if I let me show you. Even if I trace it and I do area like the full trace, like trace it, like fully tracing it, it won't hit it during the trace, but then when it's actually stitching is when it'll hit. So let me show you. So right here, see, I don't have the hat covering that tab. I do have let me make myself bigger. So I have the band under that tab. And I stopped coming all the way down covering that tab because I feel like when I'm covering this tab, that's when my needle would hit that and it will break. So I don't come down that far anymore. And I know that I'm in a safe zone for not hitting that because the hat is not covering it. And so what I'm asking you is, when you hoop yours, is your tab exposed like this, or is your hat all the way down? Because even if the hat is all the way down, then there's no way that this sweatband can still be under there. It's not possible.
Yeah, I agree.
And Jesse, thank you, Jesse. That's what I'm saying. Jesse, oh my gosh. That's what I'm saying. I don't cover this anymore because my needle was hitting this. When I would hoop it the other way, let me show you what I'm talking about. The way that I was having the problem. When I had the hat all the way down like this, that metal tab is under here. So if I close this, let me close it so I can show you what I'm talking about.
So now your sweatband isn't underneath.
Big, right? Now it's completely covered. That metal piece is right here. I can feel it. But when I hoop it the other way with the metal piece still being exposed, I'm not in jeopardy of hitting that metal piece now because it's not really under the hoop.
Yeah, because but that's what I'm saying. Even with it pulled all the way down like that, what I'm saying is that this strap right here, once you pull this strap around, the strap never goes.
Well, this is high, but go ahead.
No, even still, the strap never goes. Like the little metal tab never goes beyond that strap. So that's what I don't understand, how the metal tab is going beyond the strap. It doesn't. Like, no, look, so because I showed this a few times, like it doesn't go beyond that strap. So I don't know exactly what is hitting or what, but that strap, that little piece that goes around does not go, the little tab does not go beyond that. It doesn't.
If the hat is pulled all the way down, where's the metal tab?
The metal tab is underneath the hat, but when you pull that strap around, where's that strap gonna go?
Right here.
So based on the mechanics of the machine, of the hat hoop, that strap doesn't, the little tab doesn't go beyond that strap.
If I go put this hat on the machine right now, and I'll tell you, if I put a dot right here, let's say I put a dot right here to indicate where the metal tab is, this metal tab is still above this thing right here.
It should never be.
Because it's right here. I can feel it. I can use my scissors to say it's right there. That's where that metal tab is.
Even if you pull the tab, even if you pull, you see
what I'm saying? So that's why I don't hoop mine.
I don't see.
I understand what you're saying, Eve, but what I'm saying is I had to stop hooping it all the way down like this because my needles were hitting that metal tab that's right here. Hear that? It was hitting that and it would break. So in order to avoid that, I don't hoop it all the way down. I hoop it so that it is, I start with this. Exactly. I will break the needle because it is under there where I said it is. And so I was breaking needles. So I started to just put this strap, this sweatband under there, and then hoop it around. And then I can stitch close to the bottom and not break needles.
So maybe Miss Jazzy, maybe the metal strap isn't lined up the way that it should be anymore. Because that's that is just not. I think that it could be the structured part of the cap. It's already very hard right there. I don't see that unless it's just not, that little strap is not going around.
See how it's not hard?
No, it's not going to be hard there because that's not the structured part of the cap. The structured part of the cap, underneath, it has that spine there. That's the structured part of the cap. So, of course, in those other areas, it's not hard. But there it is hard where the center is supposed to be.
This one doesn't have the metal piece is not under here right now because of the way I have it hooped. There's the metal piece. But if I pull it all the way down, that metal piece is right there.
Yeah, it shouldn't happen. Yeah.
I'm just telling you, I'm just telling you what I do because I broke so many needles that this is how I have to hoop mine because I don't want to risk it. If you pull it all the way down, then your sweatband is not under the tab. Exactly. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. If I pull this all the way down, then it's no way possible that the sweatband is still under that tab. Okay, Jesse said he stitches on a Richardson 112 and he does it like I do it. I mean, the alignment could be off. I'm just telling you what has worked for me to not have broken needles. Because what I don't understand is if the correct way is to have the sweatband under here, right? The sweatband is under here, all the way under there. The more and more I push the cap down, the more and more the sweatband is coming out. Right? Yes or no? I haven't tried a visor. Racoma is the one that adjusted my this for me.
I think it's fine. I think I don't even think it needs any adjustments. I just think that it's not hitting I don't think it's hitting that tab. I think it's hitting something else. And probably like if it's pushed all the way down, then maybe that is the issue. Don't push it all the way down. Push it like so that the sweatband is underneath, but it shouldn't be hitting. It's just not. It's the way that this is made. It's just not. It's made to prevent anything like that from happening. Like, but if the strap is in the right location on the hat, like then it should not ever hit that part. It shouldn't. It shouldn't hit that part because that means if it's stitching at that time, then it's going beyond the strap when it's stitching.
Say that again.
If it's stitching, if it's hitting that part when it's stitching, that means that once this is placed, and the way that the cap is made or the hoop is made, it's made to like literally be positioned in that location right there beyond the tab. The way, because there's a little hook here that you hook over here onto the side, and then you pull this here, and then you tighten it up, and then it's tightened, not here. So this area right here, that's off limits because you already have the boundary of the strap, whether you push the hat all the way down or whether you don't have it all the way down.
But do you push yours all the way down?
I push it down as much as I can with the sweatband. As much as I can with the sweatband there. I do. Like if it doesn't go beyond that, then it doesn't. But I push as much as I can with the sweatband there. And then this is how it should not. If you're stitching past this, that means that your needle is maybe touching this, and then it's going to have to hop over to hit that, for it to hit this. So that's
it's not hopping over.
Well, then if you say that it's hitting this, then it is. No, even if you push it all the way down, let me try to hoop this and push it all the way down so that, because it just, unless this hoop right here, unless your line is going like this, unless it's going back here like that, then it's not going to touch it. It's not going to hit it. So it could be something like that. But if you put it on there, you don't have to put the whole thing on. I should have left this hoop.
So even with like this cap right here, so if I have the stretchy thing go all the way around, this is still far down enough. I don't need to go down further, closer to the bill.
So you don't have to push it down.
So
you don't push it. You don't want to go, as some people like to go low on the hat. But you don't, like, that looks fine to me with it being right there. Of course, I'm trying to hoop this with it on here already like this. Let's see if I move it just like this.
Rosetta, I don't know. So these are all the same brand, the Folari, whatever. I do think these are a little bit shorter than the other ones. because I purchased so many different, yeah, even so many different kinds. So even like with this, I don't know if I would go. I don't feel like I would go further down. I don't feel like I would.
I'm just pushing this down just so we can see. All right. I just hooped it anyway, just so that we could.
Picky.
This is the front of the hat.
Mm-hmm.
So you see where I have this band. It's not all the way at the bottom.
Mm.
Now, if you look inside, you can see here, if you could see it good, you probably can't see it right now. But there is, hold on, let me see. Where's the front? This is the front right here. But if you look inside, it's too hard to see inside of here. Okay, hold on. So you guys see here, that little metal right there, right?
Mm-mm.
You see the metal?
Hold it up a little bit, like
metal.
like push push it towards us, like
You see the metal right here at the bottom. That's the center of the hat right there.
Okay.
Right? The band, that little tab doesn't go past that area. It doesn't go past that. So because it doesn't go past that, the needle is not going to be able to hit it, and it doesn't go past it because this prevents that. So the band, that little metal tab is down here. Mm-hmm. It's never going to be up here. So if it's stitching, like you said, it keeps hitting it, but the band doesn't go past this part. It stops right here. So while it's stitching from here to here. It's never going to make contact with that band. And if I click right here, this feels very hard to me right here. Right here feels hard, but I can tell you right now, I'm looking at it and looking inside, and I can see where my hand is pointing at. That's not the tab. So that little tab is here to here. It's not here. So that's this part right here. When you're stitching hats, this part becomes super hard. And I know some people, like, you're supposed to start at the center part when you're stitching hats. And some people say they like to start a little bit off center because that part is so hard.
Mm-hmm. But why is the band around it so far up?
Because I didn't first of all, because I hooped this on my lap.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't really trying to hoop, like do an actual hoop, because I'm hooping it on my lap. But that tab is always going to be below, whether this bar is all the way down here and I have the hat pushed down, or if I have it, that tab is always beneath this line. It's always beneath it, unless you don't have it strapped around like the way that these hoops are made. You kind of have no choice but to have it, because it has a little stopper here to hook onto this part, so that way it can be strapped, in the correct location. So that's, I'm not hooping this the whole out. I just know that it's not touching that little tab, unless this is not on it correct.
Let's pretend like this is a hat. Right? We're going to say this is a hat. Hat. Right? This is a hat.
Mm-hmm.
I put this hat on here and I wrap it around.
Mm-hmm.
And I lock this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's lock this. Let's see if I can lock it. Uh-oh, I dropped my hat. It's gonna be hard to lock it because it's like not enough give or whatever. Okay, and I put this on my machine. Where's the metal tab?
Behind that strap.
It's right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
If my hat is on there, you saying that the needle can't touch this? Let's
No.
go to the machine and see if the needle can touch this. I'll bring my camera over here.
The fact of the matter is that you have the strap pulled around.
Right.
The design isn't supposed to go behind that strap. The design is always supposed to be in front of the strap.
Right.
The tab is behind, not in front of the strap.
Right. So we're gonna see if the needle can touch that. That's why I don't hoop up where that metal piece is, because it's giving me drama. I'll bring my camera over here so we can see.
It shouldn't go past the needle. The needle would never go past the strap if it's strapped like that. It won't.
Okay. I'm gonna bring my camera over there so we can see. Got 10% battery. You shouldn't be stitching past it. I agree. That's why I don't. That's why I don't hoop right there anymore. That's exactly why I don't. Back camera. Let's come down. Come on, 10% battery. Do me right. My little kickback. That good? Okay. I had to add some stabilizer just so we could have the hat. All right. Let's go home. Let's go to select hoop. Let's go to hat hoop. Yes. And is that a good view?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if my hat is on here and my hat is hooped and it's all the way to the edge of this, once I start embroidering, let's put it in embroidery mode. I'm not gonna really stitch anything. If my hat is all the way on there, here's my metal piece. Once I get started with my design is going to come all the way down. Let's trace this to see where it's going to stitch. Okay, let's say I want to move my design further down closer to the bill. Okay. Is it not showing?
We see it.
The further I move the design down, the more it's going to get closer to the metal. So that's why I don't go that far down. I make sure that my design is not a part of that so that it stays up here. I understand what you're saying, but I'm just telling you, I've had so many broken needles by doing it that way, so I have to do it the other way. That has worked and not giving me broken needles. Hat on here. Let me put an actual hat. Miles, can y'all turn the oven off? Tell Peter y'all can eat. Y'all go ahead and eat. So I'm hooping this without the actual hoop. I'm just hooping it right here in my hand. Oh, this is terrible, but I'll get it. So it's not perfectly on here, but get it. Sorry if I'm bumping anything. Oh man. I'm gonna see if I can. It's not on there good, but hopefully y'all can see what I'm saying. It's not on there good enough, but what'd you say? So if my design is, this is not hooped really good, and I'm afraid to trace it like this, but let me show you. Because I try not to even get close to this strap when I'm going around to trace it. Hold on. Okay. It's still not good, but good enough. Hopefully. Hold on one second. Let me scoop this over. Y'all, I can't show you, but what I'm trying to show you is that I don't hoop mine all the way down past that bar because I have broken needles doing it that way. So I don't hoop mine so that this all the way up to that bar. I hoop it right at the bar, and I've been able to do it without breaking any needles. But I'm not in a good, I don't know, position right here to show you. What are they saying in the chat? I can't see the.
Let's see. I think they're mostly talking to each other. Eve said, check your parameters for the hat hoop. That might need to be adjusted if it's going too close to the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
That one morning got a desk for her new machine. Angela said, no matter how y'all been hooping, they've been coming out beautifully.
Thank you.
There needs to have you contacted Racoma. It looks like the hat sits too forward. Brandy said, do you have titanium needles?
Yes. The gross Becker.
Yeah.
Let me hoop it better. Hold on.
Miss CC, I'm not trying to be right. That's not my goal.
Hush, baby.
Make sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already.
This is a little somewhat better. I'm gonna still try to get it back on here. Hold on. Okay, so if I trace this, let me just trace it again. I'll move it up because I'm worried about touching this. And then if I do trace design, this looks fine. So I'll do this a lot of times before I actually start embroidering. So what I try to do is make sure that when I hoop mine, that bar is not back there. So I'll do this, I'm making sure I can still feel it. I'll make sure it's not, anywhere near being under here. And then if I want to move closer to the whatever this is called, this strap, I'll move the design down, but then I'll still trace it again. I'll trace it multiple times and make sure it's not actually hitting. So I'm moving it down a little bit. I'm gonna trace it. Then I'll do a trace design again. Because if it hits, then I'm worried. So I've done all of that plenty of times, but if I have my hat hooked all the way down over that bar, in my opinion, it's hitting that bar. So I don't hoop over that bar anymore. I just make sure that this strap is basically above that bar, not around it or on it. That's what has worked for me. I got to go back to my table because my camera's going to die. Sorry. Hold on. Yes, Milo.
That's not a big one.
Yeah. I don't have my eyes that close, Barb. They saw it. Inch above the strap, ½ inch. That's about right. Yeah. Yeah, I have titanium needles. That's what you use 7511, Barb. I've been using 8012. Mm. Okay. Let me look at the mm. That's the only way I can be and I pretending error. I've been using 8012. Bam, push down. Okay. I think I saw everything. All right. Oh, my thing's gonna die. Any more questions? Where's Debbie Brownie? Smell like something is burning.
Let's see there.
That probably just made you made it worse. Debbie Browning.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully we did answer some questions though. We accomplished our goal to discuss embroidery troubleshooting tips and tricks.
We did.
My friend is mad. I think this is her mad face.
Oh no, that's not my mad face. That's not my mad face.
What's your mad face?
This is more so my just relaxed face. You was close, but it didn't come out. I held it in.
Hey, Stephanie Kelly. Okay, Barb. You want to say bye to the people? Let me blow the wind in your face. All right. Hopefully y'all did find it helpful. And if you have questions next time, maybe bring the questions so we could be ready to talk about it. Or maybe even ask the questions ahead of time, like in the chat, so we can go to the chat and try to answer the questions. And y'all get ready to see Eve in a few.
In 30 minutes.
All right. Thank y'all for being here. Hopefully it was helpful. Bye.